What's happening, guys? So we had a giveaway for a takeover a while ago, and we have our winner here, Phoenix. We are looking at increasing the damage on this. This is Ultra Nightmare. They're currently, that's their single best key is 57.63 million damage, which is pretty good, to be fair, especially unkillable. They're 2 keying Ultra Nightmare. Yeah, they're 2 keying Ultra Nightmare, 1 keying Nightmare, and they're looking for progress here, and they're also looking for progress on Shogun as well. So if we look at Shogun, we can see where they're lying here. Where are we? I always do that. I always scroll over this way for some bizarre reason. So if we look at Phantom Shogun, we can see they're up to stage 15. They want to progress a little bit beyond that. And I think the easiest way to progress beyond there is going to be doing something like this. Awakened only champions. Paragon in there should be built with really high crit damage. Okay, so this is actually a good team, and this is going to be really doable. Putting Paragon in there with extremely high crit damage is going to help them out here. So this is definitely somewhere we can get progress for sure. We also have a lot of higher blessings, so that's going to help us out too. We could maybe get Farrakhan in there. Royal Guard is good. We could I'm looking debuffers and all that. Yeah, I mean, Draco is going to definitely help things out with decreased defense and weaken. Let's have a quick look actually at what this is doing on stage 15. Now, we'll take off Super Raid and just work like this. What's UDK doing here, we wonder? Okay, I'm starting to see a problem here with the basic mechanic of Phantom Shogun is going to mess you up here. Okay, so straight away we have Royal Guard is going to get debuffed, and that's a problem there, okay? So we know Royal Guard's going to get it and get it bad. We're relying on Ninja then for the first wave to do damage. So let's see what we do here. Yeah, so as we said, Royal Guard got enfeebled straight away. So we at least do get on decrease defense and weaken. We'll get on our Hailburn, so that takes a good chunk. Now the thing here is, if he hits, he's going to increase this meter. Now he's also not going to do very much damage. We do want a single hit. Oh no, actually it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter with this. Paragon actually in this instance is doing nothing for us really. So we'd be better off taking Paragon off. I thought it was Royal Guard. There's Royal Guard's hit, but it's not really doing much because he's got that debuff on him. Now we have what you call him, Draco going. Then we have Death Knight with the decreased attack. Unfortunately now, everybody is taking a weak hit because everybody is enfeebled because we have no cleanse. So this, I think we have definitely very easy solutions that we can get by here. And some of the first ones are going to be getting the champion on the team that can take a smack and having their crit damage higher than the 2 actual attackers. Okay, so that's going to be our first job, because you can see at the moment we're actually increasing the bar at every turn, and that's just it's a negative proposition. We actually brought it down by 1 there, which is good. UDK weak is poor affinity, so brought it down anyway. We want a single hit here, and this 4 times at random, this will bring it down a bit, which is good. But you can see it's just really messy, and it's not actually going to work now. We're going to put the bar back up. Oh, we brought it down. Okay, not too bad. We might just get through this by the skin of our teeth. But it shouldn't be like this. It doesn't need to be like this. It could be much, much cleaner if we pay attention to some of the actual mechanics here. We could actually do really, really well because we have the awakenings and we have the champions to do well. I really like that Dracomorph actually places the decreased defense and weaken. Can we get it? We can't. We failed at the last hurdle. But look, that is going to be so easy to remedy, and you're going to have so much progress here, Phoenix. So that's one area that we want improvement. The other, as I mentioned, is Clan Boss. His current Clan Boss team we've seen on the screen there already. Has there been any change to that? No, not just yet. So this is it at the moment. And let's see, did we have anything else? Okay, so Chimera was the other one. That's a hot topic. for them at the moment. So actually this is handy to see because the rewards are still there to be collected. So we have hard and we have brutal rewards to be collected there. That's what's being hit at the moment. There's the champions there definitely for more. If we look at our Chimera Clash here, I don't know what C1C I think is what they're in. No, we don't have the results for the last team for the last round, unfortunately, so I can't see what they were running. If I click, I don't want to collect his rewards, that's for him. Okay, yeah, so he's running pretty much the same team as for Clan Boss, which is a good team. Ninja is very good, but the thing with Ninja is he's a pairing with Mage that really accelerates him into the next level. So no Mage brings his value down significantly. He's still extremely good against bosses, don't get me wrong, that's not what I'm saying, but we definitely need to look into where we are with our fusion, and we're well on the way there actually. We just need 3 more epics, so fingers crossed for you, Phoenix, that you get them in the next while. Delaja was actually my last to get as well and was an absolute pain, but overall the account looks pretty good. So campaign, obviously we have everything done. Yeah, that's all done, that's all good. Dungeons, let's see, earn twins, all good. We don't need to look at any of those. How are we looking on hard mode dungeons? Okay, we can progress a bit more on Ice Golem, so good to know that. On Hard Spider, okay, this is definitely somewhere we can progress a bit more as well. All right, we do we have, okay, we have 2 Cold Hearts and a Royal Guard. Let's see, do we have HP burn? Okay, so we have Ninja, we have Mordecai, and we have some control. Do we have a stun and turn meter control? For stun, we have Miscreated Monster, +3 awakened. Or +3, is it awakened? Blessed? I don't know. Ascended? Empowered, that's the one. So that's a decent control there. We could use Freeze Eater. Blizzard, I think, does Blizzard have it on AoE? Ninja does anyway. So Ninja can AoE freeze all the spiders. Blizzard can AoE freeze all the spiders. And then if we're talking turn meter control, let's see, other effects, do it this time. Negative effects, where are we? Decrease turn meter. Well, yeah, we already said we had 2 Cold Hearts, we had Royal Guard, decrease defense and weaken. Ally attack, Farrakhan is a waste. Yeah. So that's a big waste. If you ask me, and who asked me? Nobody. Yakarl would be a better option there for me. Let's actually see what happens. Let's see how it goes, because it is, the preset is set, so let me have a look and see how this is functioning. Okay. Yeah, so this maybe is a team that does 20, and that's because the 2, that is a really tanky Cold Heart. Yeah, this team probably does 20 quite easily because of the max HP nukes. So let's have a look at that. So again, I don't think that ally attack brings much. It doesn't bring anything really. So there's the big nuke, and big nuke. Yeah, so that is because max HP is not capped against Spider 20 and below. 20 or 21 and above, the max HP hits aren't going to do that for you. So you need to just get by them. And actually, when you get by 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 and get onto Spider Hard, I think it actually becomes easier again because the mechanics change again. Okay, so that is definitely an area where we can get some improvements here for sure. And let's see where else we have to look. Dragon's Lair should be farming hard 10, yeah. What are we doing it with? That's pretty good, no arguments there. Bit of control, survivability. Ooh, I'd like, unless Petrala solos it in the end, I'd like to see a bit more survivability on there. Yeah, so the resistance probably helps out Petrala immensely, and then she poisons and HP burns the dragon. Is she in regen? She's not. So, yeah, okay, so golden elixir. That's what I was thinking when I seen no regen there. That's the only possible thing that could be helping her out. So the poisons and all that not affecting her. She's only getting the hit from the dragon. She's also not getting debuffed, so that is pretty good, but I'd say it's not 100%, okay? Yeah, Elva on the team would make that a lot more consistent, I think, and faster. Again, Farrakhan on there is really good, but I don't know what he's bringing to that squad. The ally attack is decent, but it's not doing anything for me here as far as I'm concerned. So maybe taking him out and putting Elva in would be better, or putting in a control champion for the waves would be better as well. So 5 minutes 35 though, it's not a bad time. It's definitely not the worst in the world. Fire Knight is where you do need your Farrakhan. So what do we have here? Okay, so this is a Fire Knight normal team. Straight away, we haven't switched over to the mechanics for the hard team. So if we're looking at this, Freeze, Neldor is your man, Yakarl is your man, Ninja and Blizzard, definitely. Then we need some positive effects. We need ally attack, and our only one is Farrakhan. Excuse me. Okay, so with Farrakhan, he's really good, okay? Definitely, he has the whole lot attacking. Kimmy doesn't probably do a whole heap here. He-Man doesn't necessarily do a whole heap here either, which is why you're running up against the wall on stage 2. Now, on my free-to-play, which I only started 90 days ago or something like that, I can do stage 1 hard because I'm playing into the mechanics. You can do, or you're completing stage 1 hard because you're brute forcing it. You have more going on here to enable you to do it. Yeah, so we need to play the mechanics a bit more here, and definitely we'll be able to progress a bit more in Fire Knight, but without some, like, the hardest dungeon in the game is Fire Knight Hard 10. So Fire Knight Hard is definitely much harder than everything else. When we're talking Sand Devil, what are we looking at? Godseeker and Ninja. Love to see it. Love to see it. So yeah, overall, not bad. Plenty to progress on across the account. Those were just a few tidbits. We'll actually make some progress as well. The clan boss itself, what am I thinking so far? We have these guys, and this is really good, okay? So we have decreased defense, decreased attack. We have our damage from Ninja. We have our speed boosting and healing from Elva, which is pretty good. And no, increased attack, increased defense is only on a revive. Yeah, heals each ally by 10% of their HP at the start of the turn. That is good. And then the damage mitigation from Duchess and from Mitrala with their buffs and their passives is extremely good. I might even suggest, well, you already have 2 sources of Brimstone, but they're both very low chance. So it is potential that you could put somebody else on there to make it a better chance. You don't have any way really to last longer. So I don't know. I think maybe we want to go faster, and we'll be able to do more if we go that way. So I think more turns in the time, like speed is always the answer, right? So I think we want to look for maybe turn meter boosters and try get going on at least 2-1 speed boost. I don't think we can get 3-1 going with the gearing that we need. So let's have a look at the other effects, positive effects. Fill turn meter. Okay, so our options for this, like the 2 big options you look for here are going to be Deacon and they're going to be Seeker. They're the 2 best in bracket for this. Morrigan turn meter booster. Let's move somebody out so these are a bit brighter. Let's move my head out of the way. Hello. And we can see a bit more. We have Morrigan, we have Haikatoon. Not really seeing any of the ones I would be looking for. Doom Screech is a possibility. Oh, there's Deacon. There's Deacon. Okay, so now we're back in business. So Deacon may be an option to get in there to get the turn meter going quick enough that we can get more damage in over time. Also want to have a look at the builds of the champions, and I want to see how many turns it's actually going, because I know even with my free to play, am I getting over 30 turns? Am I getting over 40 turns? No, I'm getting over 40 turns on Nightmare. On Ultra Nightmare, I'm not getting that much. So look, that's the plan. That's the thoughts currently. I think Guardian set maybe needs to come in here a bit as well. Yeah, plenty to play with anyway, guys. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see what I can come up with for each of those places. And hopefully we'll get some good results for Phoenix. Okay, so we've done a bit of a rejig on the clan boss already here. Let's see how we get on, okay? We've not changed too much. We've changed some of the builds, and we've changed one champion as well to try and get me a little bit more damage. Now, this was on auto. This is on spirit, so it's going to be add a little different element into it as well. We have our decreased attack and decreased defense on there. We do have, we mentioned earlier on in the video, Lizard Draco. We do have Draco as well, and Draco would be very good here too. Now, what we don't have here is someone to strip the increase attack off. So maybe having one of the relics that does that would be a pretty good idea. Or a champion that does it as well. I think we had somebody that had block debuffs, or block buffs rather, that could maybe have done that position, and I was tinkering with them. I'm looking here trying to figure out who it was. Block buffs, where are we? Wasn't Loki Bells? Fearol could go in there. No, maybe I was imagining it. Maybe I was. Bells has a counter attack actually. Bells could be alright. He's a decreased defense on the A1, steals all buffs from the target on the A2, and will repeat the attack against all enemies if the target is under a leech debuff. He also places block buffs and a leech as well, and buffs himself over time as well by 5% of max HP and 5% of crit damage. Kind of like he's maybe a little. Is he a HP based ninja? Hardly. He stacks to 50% and 50% HP and crit damage. So over time on clan boss, that could actually be really good. Placing block buffs and leech. Would it be quick enough though? And decrease defense. So 3 is 15. 3 is 30, so after 3 of his own goes, he's pretty much 3 rotations of his skills, he's pretty much at max damage. So we are at 10 million on 9 turns, and don't forget Ninja is scaling up the damage as well, guys. So that is a vitally important bit that we have there as well. If he wasn't, we would be behind where we want to be. Now, will it be enough to get a 2 key? That remains to be seen. Or a 1 key, rather. That remains to be seen. It remains to be seen even if we get far enough. Now, the image that we seen earlier on was... It actually doesn't say. That's a bit of a pain, but it doesn't say what affinity it was on. But talking to Phoenix earlier, hi Phoenix, they said they usually, they think they get around 35 turns on force. No, 45 on spirit and 35 on force. Really? I would have thought spirit was the janky one. Usually that's the one that messes everything up, but we do have really good cleanse and block debuffs from Duchess, Mitrala and Elva, so it may be a non-factor here. I'd really like to get rid of Duchess, but her passive does such good work. Okay, we're nearly 3 million ahead of the turn count now, so that's extremely good here, and we want to keep up that pace as well. This is actually going pretty well here now. I'd love to see this do the 1 key. There's also massive room for growth, by the way, on his ninja. I could get the ninja a lot more powerful. However, it would mean that we're losing out on a lot of accuracy. If it was just for clan boss, that ninja would be built a little differently for sure. Let me just have a look here. So the accuracy we have in at the minute is near the 400 mark. For clan boss, we only need it to be at the 250 mark, and that would change things significantly for us as well. So I definitely think Venomage here is a better replacement than Duck to Pierce, and the reason we've done that is because of Venomage's passive. So not only is she bringing poison, she's bringing the decrease defense and the decrease attack that we wanted as well. She's bringing the poisons. Heal reduction from her doesn't matter at all. In fact, I wish we didn't have it there because it gets in the way a little bit. But her passive also reduces damage incoming from anybody who she has placed that debuff on. So when that's layered on top of Duchess's damage reduction passive as well, you can see how we're getting a big load of damage reduction there, and that's going to help us out immensely here, okay? So we're at 21 turns, 26.5 million? No, not quite. Nearly there. But this team should be doing more damage than the previous team was, for sure. I'm pretty sure around now we're going to see it start to change, because we're going to start losing people anytime now, I would think. Now we've no decreased attack on there. There we go, there it is on there. That itself is a problem. Not having it on the whole time is no good. It's not no good, but I mean, it's less good than if we had it on the whole time. So we need to maybe be going a bit faster there to make sure we can do what we want to do and live how we want to live and dance how we want to dance. So yeah, it is looking good though, but unless we get a big increase in damage here, I'm definitely not seeing us getting to the 57 million, which was admittedly their best ever run. Now, what have I missed out on by putting Duck out? Decrease accuracy on the way A1, reflect damage. He has an unkillable on himself. Nothing major, I don't think. The only thing that possibly is at an issue there is cruelty. So I'll have to see what... Oh, and a relic. I have to see what relic he had on and what relic Venomage has on, because that's very important. But we're doing nice. We've maintained 2 key anyway, so that's good. And we're up at turn 30 now. If this goes to turn 45, I think we're in with a chance here. I think that would be okay. Like if we kept this going at this pace, we would be looking pretty good now. But getting to turn 45 would be a big ask. Now, I did start talking about Ninja, and if I decrease his accuracy to 253, which is all the requirement is for a clan boss, yeah, we could get another 21% increase on his damage. So that's huge. I'm going to run that again to make sure that's right. So that might be something that you have to have a bit of a conversation about with yourself, not me. But yeah, a 21% increase in damage would be huge. It'd really see Ninja's damage skyrocket. So we're talking going from... Now, I've already gotten a 12% increase on his damage. So if you're thinking 37 million was the highest you had, if we extrapolate that forward, you have another fifth of that on top. So that would become at least 42 million. Being, playing it safe with the numbers. You're getting another 5 to 8 million, really. And this is what we're talking, like, and that's on top of the 12% I've already changed on Ninja's build. And if we're thinking about that, we're getting very, very close to the mark there. From 57 million, another 8 million brings you to 65, and then we're just very, very close to hitting that magic mark of 70 million. So I'm actually going to look at my phone here, because I just need to remember what the magic mark is on Clan Boss. Now, I don't know why my calculator has opened, but it has. Okay, poison's on, decrease attack on, the big slam, and Duchess seems to be getting the worst of it there. She hasn't gone down yet that I've noticed. Okay, so just checking the Ultra Nightmare score, 70.28 million, so I was right with the 70 million. The AoE we seem to be okay with. It's the single target slam that is getting worryingly close to taking Duchess out. Now, I think there's a relic or two that may be better situated on her. Oh, we lost Ninja. So this is where we start losing damage. As we start losing champions to the incoming damage, we're going to start losing... Who's that? Elva? Wow. Okay, we're going to start losing pace, and we're going to start losing turns, and all of that cascades into dropping short of where we need to be. Now, I'm not unhappy with this, considering the best ever score that they managed was 57 million. We are at 54 now, and it's really coming into a game of, not a game of cat and mouse, a game of just minor increases here. Like having that Veil on there and Elva being able to get Duchess back up with such a high turn meter is huge. I think we should have their best ever score beaten. Okay, this is looking good. No! Okay. So that was a big, that's so unfortunate. So if we actually had taken control there and done that, I might need to look at why it was Ninja that was revived there. Because had she revived Duchess could have revived everybody else, and we could have maybe gotten a few more turns out of it. So that's incredibly, I won't say incredibly unfortunate, but we could have done better. We could have got a little bit more out of it. We'll try this and see if we can get it one more turn. We can. Would we be able to get a second one and get another hail burn off? Okay. Ooh. So we managed to beat their all-time record, but Ninja needs a bit more love, I think. So if we compare it to what we had earlier on, so this was let's see, yeah, have it up there now. So if we look at the display capture here, we're looking from 57 million, Ninja done 37.5, Duchess done 3.3, Duck done 4.7, and Matrala done 8.4. Okay, so now we have Matrala doing 9.2. Wait, I need raid back up here. We have Matrala doing 9.2. We have Venomage outstripping Duck the Pierced. We have Ninja doing more damage, and Duchess and Elva actually doing less damage on both cases. Okay, now we changed a couple of things there, but I think that was a very successful run and a very successful proof of concept. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with an improvement. But I think your big improvement is I thought I had an eyelash in my eye, but it was actually a big hair. We've a big improvement there. Okay, so very happy with that, guys. And we see a path forward as well. We're going the whole hog. We're going all the turns. So the way then is we need to do more damage per turn. It's just as simple as that. The easiest way forward with that is Ninja has to be made more damagey, basically, and that's going to be with gearing over time. Then we're also going to need to look at the other champions as well. Matrala can do a bit of damage. Let's just stop here. So it's exceptionally good, but it really does come down to gearing, and we just aren't there yet. Simple as that. We just aren't there yet. We're filling the turn meter. We can maybe squeak another bit of damage out of Matrala if we build her with crit damage and attack. Okay, there is another few million in damage. All right. So if we put this onto War Master, we have more damage. Okay, so that's missing there. You kind of have to pick your battles. You can lose 50% accuracy, or you can get your damage from War Master. Okay, we have War Master here, we have War Master there, and we don't have War Master on Venomage. Okay, do we have War Master on Duck the Pierced? Okay, we do. So actually Venomage actually way outperformed Duck, because of the damage that she done there was without her having War Master. So her with War Master, that'd be way in excess of what he had on. So if we remember, and I don't, Venomage done 6.1 million and Duck done 4.7, and Venomage does not have War Master. So that's going to add on another 3 million, basically. Elva and Duchess basically done 3 million each. So you have another 3 million there from Mitrala and War Master, another 3 million from Venomage and War Master, and all of a sudden you're gone from 57 million to 59 million, which is what we just done, and now you're up at 66 million, and all you have to do is find 4 million of damage and you have the 1 key in the bag. Okay, so that is the path forward. We need to possibly re-gear her for damage, for some damage. We can also increase the defense a little bit more. I did take off the accuracy banner. She's grand. The defense on this lady is a bit low. So for clan boss, high defense, lower HP is generally the rule. So I would tempted to rebuild Duchess Lilitu in higher defense. So everything is HP here, and I'm not sure 100% why, because it's good, like, but let's see if we looked at defense percent, and I think maybe it's for arena because of ignore defense stuff, but again, you have to pick your battles. So okay, we could get her another 500 defense there based off this. She is losing some HP, but she has an excess of HP. That 500 defense will do a hell of a lot to making her much better. We could actually maybe change it on the banner as well or something. Or even here, do we have a defense, amulet? 265 defense. And you're up over the 3,000 mark there if you change those two things. I'm sure even with passive stuff, you can get a bit more. The other thing I noticed is she is in, that works with Blood Shield. Emergency heal, so changing that around would be good as well. Stone skin, if we went 2 more pieces of stone skin here, we're getting 15% defense, so this is actually defense. Let's see what we can do here. Fitting room, and let's look at trying on this. Oh, that's actually not bad if rolled up. And this, what's here? Accuracy, defense, and defense with a lot of HP as well. Oh no, it's this we're putting on. So just that alone, not rolled up yet, and we have improved the defense. This HP is massive, but it's not really doing us much. You'd be better off lowering that and increasing the defense for sure. So that is definitely somewhere we can go. And yeah, so that's it for the clan boss, guys. So let me know what you think of that. We'll also maybe in another video have a look at improving the Sand Devil one. So that will be the next one I'll do. Guys, thanks for joining me here today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.